And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are live at the Saxon Club for the playoff preview for the MVCA and YSN. Try to do that. It's 10 times fast, boys. We are joined by a very special coach. You talk about 10-0. We get another 10-0 right here. Coach Moser of Garfield, the G-Men, showing up all season long. And, you know, it's tough because we talked about this before. Your coverage area is really interesting because it really doesn't touch anybody. So you guys are kind of out there on your own. So you're able to sneak up on some teams this time of year, but you didn't sneak up on anybody on YSN. Talk to me about how the season really went for you.
Yeah, well, I don't mind sneaking up on people every once in a while. Look, 10-0, so the season went really well. In a new league with some teams that we'd played before, still in the past, with LeBray, and we played Brookfield the year before. We'd scrimmaged Newton Falls, but we'd never seen teams like Lakeview or Campbell Memorial or some of these. So, tough league. We saw some good athletes every single week, and our kids responded.
You were tested by, of course, LeBray, and then you were tested late in the season by Liberty. I mean, when you battle adversity like that, tell me how good it feels to be on the other side and come through.
Yeah. So, first of all, that Liberty team Friday night is not the same Liberty team that I saw on tape, earlier in the year. That was Coach Simon's doing an outstanding job. He's got some really special athletes. I love their schemes. And it wasn't a matter of overlooking. I mean, we knew we were going to be in a dogfight Friday night. They were playing for their playoff lives. It was senior night. We were banged up going in. We knew we were going to have to. I didn't necessarily want it to be, down by one with 2.5 minutes to go.
Right.
But our kids responded and played really well. So hats off to Liberty for the game they put together. And yeah, you're right. If you're going to face adversity sometime in there, let's face it and let's see how we respond.
Stevie?
Well, I thought your group that has faced it all year long with the schedule you play. Love the physicality of your football team. I know we love being a part of the YSN covering. We talk in the primetime shows every week how physical this team is. There's a game Friday night when you face a young man quarterback like that. It's a great preparation to start the play.
Yeah, without a doubt. Athletes in space, when you stat the tape up at the end and you see, a lot of guys with solo tackles, you hold your breath, right? Because you know that any one of those you missed Friday was probably going to go a long ways, and that's really what kind of happened. A few times we didn't rally to the ball and they got loose, but you're right. That's the kind of stuff you're going to see during the season. So let's see it now, right? I mean, let's go.
How exciting is playoff time for you? Now you get a home game. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's we haven't been at home since September 24th, I think was our last. We're on a 4-game
road dogs.
Yeah, like a West Coast trip we've been on here. So yeah, it's going to be nice to get back at our stadium and play in front of our guys and getting that rhythm of playing at home again. I think our kids are looking forward to that.
We got to give a shout out to Michael Yancey, who's saying "Go G-Men." He said that's the guy I want to see. So
right.
when you think about Week 11, it's a quick turnaround. And oftentimes you don't know who you're facing. We talked to Joe Idle earlier this week. And, do you keep your eye kind of peeled on Joe Idle and the matchups, or is there too much going on?
You know what? I don't a whole lot. Now,
okay.
A couple of Coach Ward and a couple of these guys will tell me all the time, it's going to be this guy, it's going to be this guy. For me, everything changes so much week to week to week that, I preach, let's just go 1-0. And I know everybody says that, but we really just worry about the one right in front of us. And the thing I've learned is you can be a high seed and get a really tough draw in the first round, or you can be a middle seed and get a draw that works. It's a flip of the coin when you get to Week 11. Last year we had a great year and we drew Mooney with our first game. You say, well, what a reward that was, right? So, some years you think you like the matchup and then you play the game and you didn't like it as much as you thought you were going to. So, it's really just about what's in front of you right now, and that was Week 10, and that was Liberty, and that was let's try to find a way to close this out, and now, we'll prepare for a Sandy Valley team that we've never seen before, and, it'll all be new.
So talk to me about, the war room whenever you get to see Sandy Valley. How quickly do you get the tape? How long do you study for today on a Sunday?
Yeah, so, we exchanged yesterday, and at least for me, it's always the same. The first time you put the team on, you go, oh, boy, geez, I'm in, And they're a nice team, and you can tell they're well coached, and they got good schemes. You just continue to watch, and we're about one day into breaking it down with playing on Saturday. Everything kind of gets kicked back one day, so you got that extra prep day in there a little bit. That'll be something that we'll have to adjust to this week. But we'll just keep building the game plan as we go. What we like, what we don't like, where we got to make, who's available to play. All those types of things.
Who does Sandy Valley remind you of that you played this year?
Maybe a little bit like Brookfield.
Okay.
Very
they
physical. Got a physical team, spread out, 1,000-yard rusher, 1,000-yard passer. The quarterback runs the ball a little bit as well too. One receiver with about 55 catches. So that'd probably be the first team I'd compare it to.
So D5 is a gauntlet. As you know, the guy before you, he's got a pretty good team.
Oof.
You got a pretty good team. And there's a team that starts with a K and ends with Ertland that is pretty good as well. I mean, you have to mentally prepare yourself to go through a 10-0 season and know that you haven't done anything yet moving on to week 11.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm pretty good friends with Coach Lenardi at Ravenna, and they're that Division III, Region 9, and we're always kind of talking with each other about how tough the regions are, and that's a meat grinder of a region too. And I'm sure everybody says it about their region, but Division 5, Region 17 really is.
Yikes!
I think it's the best one in the state.
Yeah,
that's my personal opinion. When I look at that, Coach, I look at like 4 or 5 teams that can make that run, and if the winner of this region, DJ, in my opinion, has a great chance to win a state championship.
Yeah, I'd agree. Now you just got to do whatever you can to survive and advance every week.
So you're sitting there in the locker room on Monday, and the guys know who they're playing. Do you have to have the inspirational speech anymore, or they just get up and go?
We're a senior-led team, and that showed Friday night. With the ability to come back and do some things like that. So I don't think it's going to take a whole lot of motivation. These guys have set the goals early on this year, and Friday night we accomplished one, and I don't think it's going to take a whole lot to get these guys going tomorrow.
Coach, we appreciate you. We love that you're part of YSN. It's you're one of our favorite teams to watch because you never know where the ball is going. You never know where the ball is going.
It's
so
like the 1930s.
It is. It's crazy. Now it is a little tough to announce. I'm not gonna lie to you. We have no clue. And when you have bad eyes like these, it's Dema, and then you apologize later. Coach Moser, we appreciate you stopping by, and best of luck in the playoffs.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back right after this on the YSN preview show live from the Saxon Club.